Instead of spring cleaning, it's fall cleaning. Today, I'm going over all the gear we carry in our camp box and truck box in preparation for camping in cooler weather. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. The seasons are changing. Fall, I think, is finally here. It's been a while, but I need to essentially go through all of our gear and get it ready for camping in the wintertime, or at least in cooler temperatures. Let's go do that, and I'm actually gonna close my garage because it is super windy out here, so let's go. Oh man, much better. The wind is ripping today, guys. So welcome to my garage. We are going to be organizing, putting things away, getting some gear swapped out for the winter fall camping season. We're gonna get the camp kitchen box all cleaned out, reorganized, restocked, and I got dishes from our last trip over here. It's gotta get loaded up into the camp box, and we need to go through our truck box to make sure everything is good to go in there. Was gonna go camping last night, but today is just super windy. But we are getting ready for a trip for tomorrow, which you guys will see in the subsequent video after this, but figured I'd show you guys everything that I'm doing to get my gear swapped out for the fall season. So let's begin. Time to organize. I'm also going to be taking out things that I don't necessarily need, or things that I have not used in a really long time. So I'm trying to clear some stuff out just to make room for other things in the camp kitchen box. Something is leaking in there. Fall is now here and we're now getting crazy windstorms, so that's great. Also going to clean this thing out. And just to give you guys some information on this box, I love this thing because of how durable and sturdy it is, and it's also weatherized, so you can see the little gussets around the edge of the lid, but it keeps dirt and dust out. The truck bed is not weatherized, so we do get some dirt, dust in the truck bed, and so by keeping it in something like this, where it is weatherized, none of the inside of the box will ever get dirty or wet, which is great. The other thing I really like about it as well is you can stand on this thing. So really nice heavy duty construction on it. And it wasn't cheap, I'm not gonna lie. I think this box over at the Container Store, which is where I found this, I think it was about $65, but I've had this thing over a year now and it's been doing really well. It hasn't broken, hasn't cracked, so that's great news. So that's why I really do like this. So I got the inside of this all cleaned up. I also got the internal divider set up as well. And this is kind of like how I compartmentalize the inside of the camp box so that I can kind of organize things a little bit better. I usually keep all of the smaller stuff on the inside and then the bigger stuff on the outside, but this allows me to tuck certain things away to get this all organized and for me to be able to easily find stuff, and then I can switch things out as we need depending on the trip of what we're doing. I got everything laid out now. Let me just show you guys what we got and some of the staples of everything that stay inside of this box. So essentially, you know, obviously got our utensils. This is a multi-utensil holder, which I really like, and you can hang this on the GFC as well, or, you know, hang it anywhere because it does have this little loop there, but it allows you to organize your utensils and everything. Back in the day, I used to just have a bag of all of this, but I really do enjoy having this. It keeps everything together and keeps it all organized, and I like how it just, you know, rolls up and easy to place in the camp box. Next up, I got the cutting board, and a GSI knife, and this GSI knife, for how much I paid for it, I think it was only 12 bucks on Amazon. This knife has been awesome. I have not even sharpened this yet, and this thing is still sharp to this day. So super quality knife for the cost. So just really good bang for your buck. So this is a GSI kitchen knife. Next up, we got our plates. So I usually keep 2 big plates with us, which honestly, I just bought these really cheapo plastic plates from Target. I only bring 2 big ones just in case we need something a little bit larger. But these were from Target for like, literally probably 75 cents. This is the new set of plates that I got, which, oh, well, that's gross. I'll need to clean that off. But I got these plates, I think from Amazon, and they were just like a set of camping plates. Pretty cheap, I think they're like 20 bucks. I do like these because they do have a, I don't know, they just look a little bit more aesthetic, but just cheap plastic plates, nothing crazy. Next up, we got all of our kitchen utensils in here, 2 spatulas, some rubber spatulas as well in case we are, depending on what we're cooking and I don't want to scratch stuff. So I keep a mixture of, you know, some metal, some plastic, and some rubber utensils in case I need to, like, I don't know, stir stuff. Also got some scissors in the camp kitchen and always have some tongs with me as well. And then we have 2 long lighters because a lot of the, you know, like the Scotty grill, the Ignic fire pit, I need a long lighter to be able to light those up. Next up, we got this large, this is a 1.5 milliliter fake jet boil. I don't even think they make this anymore. It's by a company called Blue. I think I have found an equivalent, but I have not tried it myself. But this is a huge one. So it's a 1.5 liter or milliliter jet boil, but it does warm up water super quick, fast. This is a Sea to Summit hot water pot, which I love because of how small it is. This thing works perfectly whenever we have the double burner Coleman stove. I like to use it if we have the stove already out. That way I can just pop this open and use it versus having to set up the jet boil. Just makes it easier at camp. Next up, we have a toaster, which because of how small this is, we don't always use it, but because of how small it is, I just keep it in the camp kitchen box. Just super convenient, but I do need the double burner stove to use it. Next up, this is a brand new addition to my house, actually, because we're going to be using this pretty much for any time we make smash burgers. This weekend, we are going to be using our Scotty grill with the cast extension. We're going to be making some smash burgers, so stay tuned for the next video to check this out. But we're going to be smashing some burgers with this. So this is just a one of those, you know, I don't know, cast iron things that you can smash burgers down with, but brand new. We just bought that, so we're going to be using the Scotty for that this weekend. Next up, we got our cups. And I know I've talked about ceramic cups a lot and how we, you know, enjoy using ceramic cups for coffee. Honestly, though, I've been noticing I've been moving towards our normal, just thermal cups because it keeps the coffee warmer for longer. So we got his and hers coffee cups, and then we do have some extra cups just for, you know, drinks around camp or brushing our teeth, stuff like that. So I just keep all this all together because they fold into each other and just make it easy to pack up. Next up, I do have a small little marshmallow skewer. And this is just easy to put into the camp box. Pot holders. We also got these collapsible Tupperware. So if we have leftovers at camp, I got like a small and a medium one here that we can use to put some leftovers away. I got fuel. I am missing a green propane bottle, but this weekend we are really just going to be using the isobutanes. So I got 2 of those. I usually keep an extra can of fuel inside of the truck box over here. So I usually keep 1 extra of each. So 1 of the isobutane and then 1 of the green propane bottles inside of here as just like a backup source. Next up, we have a couple other things. So this is kind of our coffee section right here, but over here we have some spray Pam and some olive oil, and then also our can opener. All of our coffee stuff, and it depends. So I usually kind of switch out depending on if I'm going by myself or if Carly's with me. So this weekend, because Carly is camping with me, I do have our GSI Java Drip. This is just a pour over coffee system, but I love how you can easily make 2 big cups of coffee with it. Ow. Oh, just like hit my finger with it. Ouch. But I love how you can make just 2 big cups of coffee with it using the pour over system. And then inside of here, we keep all of our filters for the coffee in here and some sugar, some stevia. This is my single coffee setup, which is the single pour over system that I got from Daiso. So just a little collapsible, foldable little coffee thing here where you put it on the cup. Put it on the cup and you can do a single pour over. This thing was from Daiso, which is the Japanese dollar store, and it was literally $1.50. And they also come with these single little filters as well. So I'll use this usually if I'm by myself. That way I don't need to get an entire Java drip dirty. And then I just keep it all in this bag. But it's small enough that I just, keep it around in the camp box. Next up, we got our measuring stuff. We also have lids for the coffee cups if we are wanting to do some coffee to go, or if it's really cold out and we want to put the lid on them. I keep the lids inside of here with our measuring cups. Next up, we got some spices. My go-to spices are salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and I think that's pretty much it. Those are really my main ones. I'm pretty sure this one is out, so I just need to get rid of that. So those are my basic spices. I do have another extra spice thing, which is a pizza spice pack. This is just really nice. So it has garlic cheese, Italian herb, garlic onion, and then red pepper flakes. But I keep all that in our dry food storage box. Next up, we got our plastic bags. So these are all of like our Ziploc stuff. So large Ziploc bags, small Ziploc bags, as well as garbage bags. So I actually just got this all restocked. I also have, obviously, some tin foil. Tin foil is absolutely necessary when we're at camp. So I'm gonna throw that away, actually. And then over here is kind of like our hygiene area. So we got like a little first aid kit here with just like some bandages and stuff. And we have some scrapers for the cast iron so that we can clean them off easily. We also have some Lysol wipes, some dish soap, and some hand soap. And then this is all of our bug stuff. So Thermacell, we got those. And then we also have some bug coils and the refills for the Thermacell. Bug spray, and then our little bug zapper, which comes in handy. We like using this if we are in the truck bed and notice there are some mosquitoes. We can go kill some of those stragglers over there. So I already talked about the Scotty grill here, but some of the rotating camp kitchen items are the Stanley base camps. So it really depends on what we're cooking at camp. You guys already know I like to cook. So depending on what we are cooking, I will either bring this big guy with us, which is the Stanley base camp. Inside of here, I really like this set because it nestles into each other. So inside of this bigger pot, you have a 10-inch pan. Oops. You got the 10-inch pan here. And then inside of here, you actually have more bowls and smaller plates. So we don't use these plates too often, to be honest. What I think I might do is I like having a small pot and a pan at camp, so I could probably just do this. So inside of, this is the Stanley, I think, one of the other Stanleys, but it's just more of like a little pot set. So in this one, you have more bowls. So in case we need more bowls at camp, we got 2 extra bowls, and they have lids, which I do like having the lids out because then we can, throw the lid on your bowl so that flies or bugs don't get into your food, which is really convenient. But you got 2 extra bowls as well, and I do like these bowls. And that's why we actually don't have any bowls with our plates. I just like to nestle them in here, so when we need them, we can just take them out that way. But because we really don't use these extra plates, what I think I'm gonna do is put this stuff together. Let me see if this will close with this on. So I'm I'm gonna try and nestle this small pot with this here, see if this fits. Oh, and it does fit. Oh, that's awesome. So I'm just gonna nestle those together so I have them if we need them. And then everything holds together with this little bungee, which is really, really nice. So I'll leave a link to these Stanley base camps down below. But just really, really nice nestled setup. The other thing we usually have as well is the double cast iron. Honestly, we haven't used the cast irons too much recently because they are heavy. So as I'm moving this thing in and out of the truck, having the cast irons in here, the double cast iron, I'm gonna move this decor out the way, but having the double cast iron pans inside of the camp box does make things a little bit heavier. So I honestly don't use this too much unless I know I'm gonna be making something that I prefer to have cast iron on. Stuff like pizza, but honestly now that I have the Scotty grill and the pizza stone, I really don't need to bring these out with me as much. But things like gumbo and stuff, they do really well using the cast iron, so I do like to bring them for stuff like that, for big big one pot meals like that. Or if we're cooking over the fire, that's another, reason why we'll ever bring the bigger cast irons out. But other than that, that's pretty much it. We try and keep things relatively simple in the camp kitchen box. Again, it really depends on what we plan on cooking that night to figure out exactly what we're gonna bring with us. But for the most part, all this stuff on this side usually is always with us. This stuff is what we'll change out depending on what we're cooking. And while we're at it, let me show you guys our dry food storage. So mainly what's in here is just kind of like backup food in case we are a little bit more hungry or maybe someone forgot their food. We got some extra stuff in here. So we got some mac and cheese, we got some curry, we got some ramen in here, some extra Uncle Ben's rice. You already know we gotta have the Spam on deck as always. We got this little Hungry Jack mashed potatoes, like instant mashed potatoes. Lucky Charms for some breakfast. I got another little Japanese pour over system here. I have not used this one yet though. We got some, canned chili, some ramen, we got some chips, we got some Jiffy Pop, and we have a bunch of just like instant coffee, a bunch of different instant coffees here. Then I also keep some, hot sauce. We got some honey for tea if we ever need it. And I also keep the small little cast iron in here. So that really small cast iron that we'll use for eggs if we are cooking on the Scotty grill. It's small enough so I just kind of let it ride inside of here. And I need to put this inside of the Ziploc bag area. This is what I was restocking all this stuff. And then a couple things I will be adding into the box here, because it is getting cooler out. We're going to be adding our 12-volt heated blanket. I'm going to throw that into the truck box over here, which I'm going to put all this stuff away and then I'll show you guys the truck box and show you guys what we are moving around. But essentially I got all this stuff cleaned up, organized, restocked. So let's go and repack this box here. All the small stuff into the middle compartment over here. So what I'm gonna do first is grab our plates. I usually stack our plates in the middle along with our cutting board. I'll usually do this here, this in here, put our knife over to the side, grab this. Let's kind of nestle some things in there. I'll also add the measuring cups and coffee stuff. This is an adapter for the jet boil, which allows you to put a pot and pan on top of the jet boil. Heat utensil holder is usually inside of here as well. So next up, we're gonna go and add in our utensils into the middle. I'm gonna get these washed off real quick. I'll be right back. All right, got those plates all cleaned up here. Let's get that back in here. Keep all of the utensils over to the side. And these cups usually kind of just float around at the top, but let's start with some of the bigger stuff here. Throw this to the side. Put that guy over here. Some extra fuel. Actually, I'm gonna throw that over here. Because of how small this is, I like to just keep it right at the bottom like that. And then for our 2 Tupperwares, I'm just gonna throw them to the side as well. So again, this is why I love this organization in the middle, because I can keep stuff right on the sides and just keep things separated, some segregation in there. Next up, got the cleaning stuff. So put this guy over to the side. Put all the bug stuff to the side as well. We should be okay. For the first aid kit, I'm actually gonna throw this over here. Just right to the side, nestle it in there. Collapsible kettle. Put this guy over here to the side. For the coffee, I'm just gonna lay this flat over there. My other coffee set. I'm actually gonna throw this into the dry food storage. Put the Stanley base camp over on this side, along with the soaps. Throw the spices right on top here, and throw the creamer over there. Put the thermocell over by the, over here. All of the Ziploc bag stuff, I'm just gonna shove them right to the side here. Zip this up and then take the air out so it doesn't take up as much room. And what I'm gonna do is shove it down to this side. And then I'll put the collapsible Tupperware right on top of it, just like that. Snug into there. Tin foil, they just go right up top like that. And then our mitts, just gonna throw right to the side over here. And then this guy, what I like to do is just shove him right to the side like that. And there you go. So this is how I have everything fitting inside of the camp box. And I do also like how this is a clear box, so from the outside, you can see exactly where things are at. So it's not too hard to find stuff whenever you're looking in here. And if you're just looking at it from the top here, right when you start moving things around just a little bit, you can usually find what you're looking for. So let's move on over to our truck box. And with the truck box, this usually just includes things that I don't always need right away whenever we're at camp. So let me just show you guys. And this is literally how it looks. So right now, extra green propane tank. I'm actually gonna put the other isobutane in here as well. We got a blanket. I got the alcohol fire pit. I have an extra extension cord. I got some bear spray here, a little portable shovel, a little foldable shovel. And what I'm gonna do, because this is kind of like my fall cleaning, I have this little battery jumper pack that I need to just recharge and put a charge on it just to make sure it's good to go. But honestly, this thing usually has full battery. I think if I actually turn this on, it'll say 100%, but I like to just give it, you know, a charge once a year at least, just to make sure it isn't dead when I actually really need it. So a little extension cord in here. I do also have like a little portable vacuum, and this was definitely more important when we were on a multi-day trip. So things get a little bit dusty in the back. We can use the little vacuum to vacuum stuff up. And again, my little alcohol burning fire pit, which I usually will use in the winter time. So I'll keep some extra alcohol in here as well, and an extra extension cord in case we're at campgrounds and we need to charge the fridge if our battery's dying, anything like that. Got a little hammock in here, which we only use this in the summertime, so I'm actually going to replace this guy with our blanket. And over here, we just got some extra guidelines for the 270 awning. We got some extra toilet paper, a little backpack, just a little foldable backpack in case we go hiking, we need to put, stuff into it. Got some ratchet straps inside of here, an extra, survival kit. We got some bite and sting kit in here. I have a portable chainsaw and a axe stone so you can sharpen stuff. And let's see here, I got some more guidelines, so I don't think I actually need this anymore then. And then we got some duct tape in here and also some fire starter and some adhesive stuff. We also have some rodent packs. So we brought this with us in Colorado in case we ran into some, mice that were trying to get around our camp, which we have seen some mice. We used these over at Williams, Arizona when we were out there. So we just put this around the campsite just to make sure no mice get anywhere. And then on this side, we got the air compressor. We have the ARB Easy Deflator so that we can easily deflate whenever if we're going off-road. We got some hand warmers in here, which is good that I do still have some of that. We got a tire repair kit. We have a life straw. We got a Fix-A-Flat as a just in case. And then I also have some additional auto fire gun, which I do have the fire extinguisher in the back of the truck. Throw all this back here. And again, using that same division for the camp box, I love having different areas I can put stuff. We're gonna go add the 12-volt heated blanket in here for our wintertime type of camping. Actually, I'm gonna throw the extension cord over there. Our extra blanket goes in here as well. And there you go. And similar to the camp box, Plano case, I bought this for like 20 bucks, but it is also weatherproof, so dust, water will not get inside of here, especially when it's riding in the back of the truck. So all of our boxes are weatherproof, waterproof, great for the back of the truck because water and dust get in there. So, and this one too, I can stand on it. So, super solid box. I've now added a step stool, but before that, we were using these boxes to get up in and out of the truck whenever we're camping. So just dual purpose, So one big difference between both of these boxes is the bottom of this box is completely smooth. It's flat, makes it easy to slide in and out of the truck bed. Versus this one so this guy has little foot pads here, so you can see there, it extends outside of itself. And so this makes it actually really nice whenever we are camping. This doesn't slide around on you when you are stepping on it, if you ever do need to step on it. It does make it a pain in the butt to try and slide it in and out of the truck bed. That's why you'll see me load it up towards the back of the truck. So I just set it in there. I don't need to like scoot it in and out, but this works out really well because this never slides around if you are standing on it. So that makes it super convenient. I mean, obviously you can still slide it around on concrete, but it's a little bit harder in the back of the bed where there is carpet. And between the two boxes, this one is definitely a little bit larger. I believe it's a 56 quart box, and I think this is only a 45, something like that. But you can see that it is just a tad bit taller, but it is, I think, probably an inch longer. So this is a little bit of a bigger box. It does everything we need, and it holds everything we need too, just to make camp a little bit more comfortable. I'm gonna be getting all of this loaded up today for our camping trip tomorrow, but I just wanted to show you guys our breakdown of both of our camping and truck boxes, just to give you guys an idea of what we're always bringing with us. I know you guys see it on camera, but it's been a while since I've broken everything down and figured today was a good day since I'm gonna be cleaning everything out and restocking. So and getting things changed out for the new season. But if you guys have any questions or if you guys have any suggestions, leave a comment down below. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks.